Hello, you're watching Avenue X, and today let's talk about a recently finished airing Chinese contemporary drama, 装腔启示录, Fake It Till You Make It. This is a 14 episodes drama that has finished airing on the satellite television Hunan TV as well as web platform Mango Television. It is directed by Li Mo, who is also the director of the quite well-received short series 我在他乡挺好的. The script is adapted by the scriptwriter Lang Qunli and Li Tao, and it's based on the original novel with the same title written by the author Liu Cuihu. This author is also a very interesting person. She actually graduated from Peking University Law School. She worked in Beijing in one of those Red Circle law firms, which is made up by 8 different law firms that are all located around the area of Guomao, which is on the 3rd ring road. I used to work around that area, so I know it very well. Their location makes up a circle, and therefore in the law world of China, it is called the Red Circle law firms. Being a person who has first-hand experience of what it's like working under high pressure and in the top tier of law firms in China. The original novel that this drama is based on has very solid research base. The drama is led by Cai Wenjing and Han Dongjun, also featuring Bao Shang'en as another main role. Then you have many other supporting actors and actresses who are well known, such as Ni Hongjie, Geng Le. It was shot from July to November last year. And as the drama terms itself, it is a 都市现实话题剧, meaning metropolis, reality, topic drama, which I think after watching 14 episodes, I would agree they have done that very successfully. I really want to rate this drama higher, but I think it has done a couple of things that just stopped me from rating it maximum possibility. So eventually I would still keep it at the 2 gold mine rating, but this is a rather good 2 gold mine rating drama. As usual, let me first talk about the synopsis of the story, and then we're gonna go into the details. Big metropolis setting drama about people in their 30s holding actually what we call high-end jobs, but still struggling in everything they do, from daily life to romantic relationship to their career advancement. The type of high-level wage earner. Our female lead character, played by Cai Wenjing, is a law school graduate who ends up in a very good law firm, but she has to work her way up to the top slowly, and she gets overexploited and always working overtime under a rather difficult immediate boss. Our male lead character, played by Han Dongjun, is the mid to mid-lower level management person at a rather big venture capital company. He also has to deal with a lot of pressure coming from his work, from his complicated array of clients, and the boss on the top, the pressure, the KPI, the performances, all the risks that's involved in investing in entrepreneurship and companies that you don't quite know whether they're gonna fare well in the future or not. Then we have another main female character played by Bao Shang'en, who is Cai Wenjing's character's relative. They are the type of cousin related on the mother's side. In this short, but actually not short, having a lot of things happening, 14 episodes of dramas, you'll see our 2 main characters manifest the different ways of fake it till you make it. And in the process, getting to know each other, they will develop a romantic relationship, but it's a pretty interesting type of relationship. Every character you're going to come across, whether they are the good people or the bad people with quotation mark, in regards to their relationship with our leads, would actually have their personal story, and nobody is a 2-dimensional tool person for the storytelling. Everybody gets an opportunity to be fully presented as a 3-dimensional person. I think this is one of the best things that this drama has done. Now let's get into the part of talking about what is good and what is not so perfect about 装腔启示录. 装腔, pretending a tone. That's the literal meaning. Basically a type of putting on a facade and acting. Pretending to be more knowledgeable, more well-educated, better upbringing, everything, having taste in music, whatever, than you actually are for the social purposes, to impress other people, to get whatever you want. And in this drama, everybody you come across, whether they are the main or the supporting roles, have a level of 装腔, a type of 装腔, and that contributes to most of the comedy of the story, and often their bubble and their facade gets peeled off and gets exposed, obviously creating those dramatic moments. Among the what we usually consider to be higher wage earner, higher development and better job holders in the world who are in their mid-30s, 40s, who seem to be having a good life. Everybody needs to put on that show. It's like a silent agreement between everybody. We all know we're pretending, but then we are just still keeping on that game. How everybody actually behind that feels really stressed out. What am I doing here? What's the purpose of this whole mess? And it does show that it comes from somebody who has really lived through this type of metropolis living and professional life. On the positive end of this drama, number one, like I said already, this is a pretty watchable story with very strong plot points, character development, and a lot of little moments as well captured. Very resonating with probably anybody who's holding similar jobs in similar situations, similar age range. And it's one of the better dramas that realistically reflect the level of stress and pain the contemporary people suffers. I say particularly in the first 8 episodes, when it's mostly still focused on the career development, not so much of the emotional romantic storyline coming in. Every episode there are moments that will raise your blood pressure, but in another way it's not so agitating because they will immediately give you something to take off that stress. It's a really well-paced drama, and compared to many other dramas of similar settings, it really is much more observant and accurate at capturing the contrast between the facade and the inner. Certain moments are so well captured that I think everybody who is an adult, old enough, have gone through certain similar periods and episodes like that. For example, there's one scene I remember clearly where the female lead is just having all the unfortunate things happening to her on the same day, such as she has to move out of her apartment because the landlord needs to take the place back, and then something goes wrong with her clothes hanger and her tea table just flips over, and then the guy calls her at the wrong time and she just explodes. And I'm like, oh, I've gone through similar things in my life. One thing goes wrong and everything else goes wrong, and you're like a volcano exploding. These things are making this drama really captivating. You start watching and you kind of cannot stop until you're like 4 hours into it. Number 2, the overall acting quality of this drama is pretty good. For example, for the female lead actress Cai Wenjing, she's been in quite a few kind of high profile contemporary dramas in recent years, but I really honestly haven't been impressed by any of them. In this drama, I think it's a better role she's done among many other contemporary dramas in recent years, and she's done it pretty well. As for the male lead Han Dongjun, he's been around for a long time, since the olden days of Wu Xing Fa Shi, if anybody still remember that fantasy Mingguo drama. He hardly changed, physically speaking, same face. It's not until this drama that I finally managed to I see what's attractive about this guy. And I think one thing also is because this drama is completely real original voice and mostly on-set recording, it really helps you to feel the specific real person, actor, actresses, their vibration. I really now start to have a 3-dimensional almost impression of what this actor is like, and I find him far more intriguing than what I know before. And then if you look at all the other supporting actors, I really appreciate acting coming from Ni Hongjie, even the young actress Bao Shang-en, who I think she did a really good performance of the particular type of girl that she's portraying. Balanced the cute things, the lovely things about this character, and the things that people may find not so lovable. Even Ge Le, it's like a lot of people don't know, like there were golden days of this actor where he was like the sex symbol back in the 80s, 90s film world in China. You thought the story would make him more idealized as the typical very rich and successful businessman of his age, but unfortunately it's not. But then it's more realistic, and I actually really enjoyed the comeback that he's gotten with our female lead. That scene in the car they have, if you get to that point and watching it, talking about burning warehouse, I'm like, I still appreciate that writers write such scenes and then make these two actors perform it out in that way. And then, for example, the actress Li Yuan, who recently was in the 爱奇艺分账剧, the 2 female leads detective drama that I made a video about. In comparison to the role she has in that drama, even when she's a lead role in that drama, I'd say her role in Mango's 装腔启示录 when she's a supporting role is just so much better, giving people a strong impression of what this actress is like, what she can do in her roles, and overall good impression of her. And I believe no matter what profession you work in, if you end up with such an immediate boss who is just so good in that way, you'd be every day waking up, thank God, and thank whatever you believe for the good fortune you have. And Li Yuan, the actress, just makes the charisma of that lawyer role ooze out of her, and I so adore her scenes and her scenes with the female lead character. Then two more things I really appreciate. One is it has very good comedy, and those comedies that will make your toes grabbing on the carpet level when somebody is boasting and showing off and totally bullshitting about things they don't know at all, and then someone comes in and just break the balloon for them. Oh wow. Or there are multiple scenes where people are trying to hold on that pretentious air and facade where they are so bored and so tired, but they cannot go away. They have to keep acting, and they're just like competing, see who is gonna lose. Those golden comedy moments will make your day, and I really enjoyed that. And then if you're interested in the more romantic part of the story, for the two leads, they're having this very particular type of romantic relationship, the things you want to see in a romantic relationship between two very successful and very independent individuals. Power play, game theories of two complicated and not easy to give up what they want and believe in persons clash. And there's really one significant problem I can see, which is I feel this drama has a type of chasm right around episode 8 or 9 when they finish that, and then the rest kind of gets cut into two. And what is sexy and interesting about the two leads relationship starts to go down the traditional route. Eventually the guy is going to propose marriage, and it's all pretty and pink bubble and it's all going to work out type of thing. The real attractive thing that this drama has built up about these two people is that constant push and pull, and nobody is really wanting to fully yield to the other, and they're both in their ways not really putting love and romantic relationship as a priority of their life in any way. If it's nice, it makes my life better, cool, but if it's not there, not gonna change anything I do. I'm still gonna go to work tomorrow and try to do everything I usually do. So the type of relationship that they eventually end up in, or the last couple of episodes, how it depicts their relationship really is not the same thing as the beginning. It's almost like you're looking at the parallel universe version of the two leads in the last third of the drama compared to the beginning, and it reduces the uniqueness of this story, although it still is better than a lot of other crappy romantic stories. Also, I think by doing that, they didn't quite work out how did their relationship convincingly developed through the course of this story, because it really doesn't have a very significant moment that turns that relationship from that type of constantly playing to getting serious in the traditional way. It really doesn't convince you of that sudden change and where it happens and how does it happen and what is the catalyst for that thing to push them towards that stage of the relationship. The drama really doesn't give you that, so it gets a bit weird. That's the biggest complaint I have with this drama. Had they done this drama in a maybe more daring and braver way of just saying these two people are never gonna be the traditional husband and wife type of relationship, they may never really reach a certain society agreed final point, but they're still interesting people. They're just gonna constantly play that, and we're gonna keep it completely open. In my opinion, that would make more sense for these two characters and for the overall tone of this drama. So at the end of this review, I would highly recommend you check out this drama for a bit. At least the first 8 episodes probably will just make everybody quite happy. If you compare that, for example, to the Youku drama, the All the Way to the Sun, I made the video, I said a lot of good things about it, and unfortunately, right after I made that video, it started to crash. As it turned out, the first 10 episodes of the drama was written by one person, and that person got kicked out. The rest of the drama was written by whatever the investor wants. The later episodes made my blood pressure just explode, and I was like, what the heck am I looking at? Fortunately, 装腔启示录 came to the rescue, and overall, it is a much better one. In depicting career, working environment, struggles of contemporary people, love, romantic relationship, the complicated psyche of humans, all that is just so much better in the Mango television series. That should be the end of this video. Hope that's useful for you to decide, if you haven't watched this drama, whether you should invest your time in it. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.